How you doing? My name is Haston, and right now I wanted to make this video really for the thousands, hundreds of thousands of ZeekRewards affiliates out there that are looking for a new home. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are ringing your bell, telling you about the next greatest thing. And while there are some really good opportunities out there, in my opinion, there are really not that many great opportunities out there for you. And I just want to share with you my personal opinion and what I think you should kind of keep an eye out for, and some of the things that I'm probably not going to do after the fallout from ZeekRewards. Now, as tempting as it is, getting into another company that is offering some kind of a profit share, revenue share, is very tempting, and those programs are very extremely lucrative if they stay around. And we all thought that Zeke had figured out a way to move beyond that point. Now, I'm not going to share with you some of the details that I think contributed to Zeke being shut down by the SEC. But let's just say it really doesn't matter, because at this point they're no longer here, and there are hundreds of thousands of people that are sitting there waiting for or needing their money back. And so anyway, so now the next thing is to figure out, what are you going to do now? Are you going to give up on your dreams as an entrepreneur and go back to corporate America? Some of you will. I can't imagine that all of you will take that route. I know I certainly won't. There's no way I'm going to go back to getting a job, or at least I'm going to do everything I can to not have to do that. So what's the next step? Is there another program out there that we can do like ZeekRewards that would pay us the way that ZeekRewards paid us? I'm sure there is. Will that company be here 5 years from now? That's a good question, and probably they won't. So the next thing is just, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, you know, that's going to be stable, that's going to actually work, that you can actually make money in? Because if you are in Zeke, more than likely you've been in 10 to 15 other companies that you never made any money in. And that's the reality of most network marketing. Or at least most, the reality is that you spend a lot more than you make. And we're talking, usually that's significant. I mean, the average auto ship program is 120, 140 bucks a month. So just looking at what is around, what are the choices out there? And you have some different industries. You have energy, you have telecom with the wireless industries, some good telecom companies out there. You have the product-based companies, the juices, the shakes. Now it seems like shakes are really the new thing out there. Everybody has a shake to lose weight. Obviously, losing weight will always be a popular thing because we have we have a lot of people who need to lose weight. So that's always going to be a good thing. The problem that I see with some of the product-based companies is the auto ship, and I'm a little afraid personally to spend my time and energy building an organization that I don't know or really believe is going to be there a year from now or 2 years from now, still paying that $150 a month it's going to take for me to make my residual. So for me, I crossed the product-based companies off the list, even though there are some great companies out there. So if you happen to fall in love with one and you think you can make it work, and you're prepared to deal with the major amounts of attrition that you're going to face in your organization, because I can promise you will face that, then go for it. Okay, next up are the telecom, the wireless. There are some good wireless companies out there. You got Vitel, you have up and coming one, Solivay, which is not even launched yet, I don't believe. You've got Lightyear Wireless, you've got there's tons of them. A lot of competition out there for those. Some good ones out there. If that's your cup of tea, you know, go for it. I know there's been a push. Vitel had did a special for Zeke affiliates to try to get some affiliates over. I know that's a I think that's a good thing. Not my cup of tea personally. Never really got into the whole thing with wireless, switching over stuff, or trying to get people to switch their phones. I'm not a big fan of getting people to switch something. I don't like switching and doing all that different stuff. Just doesn't seem to work for me. Just seems like a lot of headache. So I personally crossed that one off the list. The seasoned established companies, the Amways and Legal Shields and the different ones like that who've been around for 30, 40 years. I just don't see, I mean, I know that these companies do these revamps and they change all this stuff up and everything else, and it's supposed to be like a new, fresh opportunity, but I'm just not seeing it. Honestly, I'm just not seeing it. To me, it's just not, it doesn't make sense to do those types of things. There's some other stuff out there, the energy and the energy world. I personally think that's where the real money is, but I want to say that with a little bit of a caveat, because right now, as it stands, you know, if there's a few major players in the energy industry for MLM, for multi-level marketing, and they all, except for maybe one or two, have sign-up fees of $300 or more. The other thing that is an issue is that most of them are pushing getting people to switch their gas and electric, and there's only maybe a handful of states, seven or eight states that are even deregulated that you can get customers in. The majority of the major leaders in these companies are using customer acquisition programs, which are maybe borderline, not even legal. I don't know if it's legal or not, but it's certainly very costly to purchase customers, sometimes costing upwards of $1,000 to purchase the amount of customers you would need to successfully make it a worthwhile business venture. It's just not, it turns it into a very expensive, costly venture for a lot of the average American. And so I have my concerns with some of those companies that do that and have that as their real means to be successful. I'm just not liking the fact that you have to buy your way to success. Everybody can't afford to do that. So that was a concern I had. Also, there was a company I did see that there was no sign-up cost at all, and I liked their business model, and I felt that it worked really well for me. I encourage you to kind of do your research and really thoroughly examine, make sure that you are working with a team that can support you, a team that has some stability to it, and is not going to be throwing different opportunities your way, as the new opportunities keep coming. That's something that I think is very important, that you find something and you focus on that thing and run with it. After what we went through in ZeekRewards, I think it's important that you find a stable home, a stable place that you can establish yourself and build from. The other thing I wanted to mention, there was another company that I saw that was, I've seen a lot of stuff on the internet about it. I've seen a couple of YouTube videos about it with Motor Club of America or TVA Matrix, whatever, TVC. The thing that really concerned me about that particular opportunity was the chargebacks. That's probably the biggest thing that concerned me with that, because it's a pretty high commission you're getting. You're getting an $80 commission off of a $40 sell, and the people need to keep the service and pay that $20 a month for a consistent 17 months for you not to get charged back. I think it's important for you to understand that, because you might be getting that $80 check, and then a month from now you may be getting debited for that $80 check. So it may not be as lucrative as it appears. There's definitely some concerns with that compensation and how it's set up. What's next? I think that's pretty much it. I just want to say that if you're a leader, if you're looking for a home, you want to work with somebody who is honest, integrity, and can work and help support your group and your team. I think you should please feel free to shoot me an email. I'd love to let you in on what I'm involved in. Again, for me personally, I have found one program that I'm going to work. I'm not interested in working 6 different programs trying to make ends meet. I'm going to make one work, and when I get to the top of this compensation plan, I'll start looking at other things that I can do. But I'm sure it's going to take me a couple of years to be able to do that, or at least a year. to be able to do that. So my suggestion is, don't spend your time licking your wounds. Get back out there, find something you like, find something you think you can make some money in, and go for it. No hesitations. Warning is stay away from the profit shares. There's some companies out there that are offering 3% a day, 5% a day, 2%, 1%. Listen, it's enticing. It's definitely tempting. But my advice to you is to stay away from it, because if after going through what you went through in Zeek, I don't know if you really want to go down that road again so soon. The other issue is a lot of these companies are changing their policies and procedures overnight, like literally with no warning and no money back. So you may join one of these programs or opportunities, and then 2 days later, they might come back and say, well, we're afraid that we're going to get shut down, so we're going to change our compensation plan completely. And now you're just stuck in a regular, traditional multi-level marketing company, and you might have $1,000 or $500 or $2,000 or $10,000 stuck in this company that you can't get out. So I would be really careful about what you do and how you do it, as far as some of the companies out here that are offering revenue sharing programs and different compounders or whatever that they have. Thank you for your time. I really do appreciate it. Please, again, feel free to give me an email and shoot me an email and let me know if you are interested in a great opportunity. All right, thank you and have a great day.